Hello, my fellow doll lovers. Welcome back to We Imagine's Doll World. This is Kat, and this is where we feel you're never too old to have to stop loving dolls. Today, we have a box to share with you, and we're gonna open it together. Now, to be honest, I think I know what's in here, but I'm not 100% sure. So let's see if I'm right. So it's technically gonna be a surprise for me and for you. So let's get our scissors. But getting packages is lots of fun. Now I'm gonna open from the bottom because of the whole address thing, you know. And I'm gonna be careful because they wrote on the top part to be careful not to cut too deep. So that means things are close to the surface. So I'm gonna kind of lift it up a little bit as we go. We don't want anybody having a mishap now, do we? Okay. Oh, maybe I don't know what this is. I have no idea what this is. This is not at all what I thought I was opening. Okay, so let's start with this one here. Oh, I do know what these are. This is not the box I thought I was opening, but this is exciting. Take a look. It's a Gotz Little Sister. Look at her. Okay, so we haven't ever done the Gotz Little Sisters before, and they've included an extra little dress. That's a huge surprise. I had no idea about that. So let's pull her out first. We'll move our box. Oh, look at her face. Okay, so I have been hearing and I've been seeing, people's photographs of these little Gotz dolls. Now, Gotz is was the original doll manufacturer that Pleasant Company went to when they started. So this is interesting, having a Gotz doll. Okay, so let's look at her neck. And it has the numbers on it, but I don't see the word Gotz. It says 305 out of 1, right? Is that what that says? Okay, so she feels like an American Girl, but we're going to look at her closer. Oh, she just has a pretty little face. That's so exciting. I'm glad. She looks like she's in really good condition. So her hands look similar to the American Girl hands, and if you can see there, it looks like she's kind of got gray eyes. Let's turn her up towards the light a little bit. Yeah, they're almost gray. They've kind of got a blue and kind of a gray. It depends on how you look at her. Her wig, let's see, is she wig or is she rooted? So she's wigged, and it's really soft. It looks like it's in really good shape. So that's really neat. So she's kind of got the strawberry blonde hair, and they sent her with these little sunglasses here. Those are cute. And she's got the matching, they styled her with the matching green clip. So this was, I got these off of eBay. So here are her little shoes, and those are really nice. They're actually really nice quality. I'm anxious to see what brand those are. Let's take a look. Oh my goodness. So they are the My Twin brand. So My Twin, we actually have some of their bigger dolls, which we'll introduce at another time, but they also make 18-inch. My Twin made 18-inch dolls, and those are really nice. So that's good. So let's set those over there. Okay, so here she is, so we can take a look at her body. So she has the cloth body like the American Girl. Her hands are similar, and if you look here, legs and feet seem very similar, and we'll actually grab an American Girl to stand by her so you can see and we can take a look. But here is her back. She has the long neck strings. Now these neck strings are more flat than they are the rounded, but super long all the way down. Let me grab one of the American Girls and we'll take a look and see if there's really that much difference at all. Okay, so this is McKinley. She was one of our very first American Girl dolls that we bought, and we got her secondhand, but she has been with us since about the beginning of We Imagine. So yeah, that's kind of neat. But anyway, so here are the two of them. You can see there's a slight coloration in their body types, but that could be based on year. But the bodies are very, very similar if you look. The hands, they vary a little, but they're awfully, awfully close. And then if you take a look at their feet are very, very similar as well. So that is really fascinating. And I love the idea that they call those little sisters, because they do have more of even more of a childlike face than what the American Girl dolls do. So that's going to be really fun to add to our collection. I can't wait to take some pictures of her. So anyway, here is the dress she came in. It's really nicely made, but it has no tag in it either. And if you notice, she didn't have Gotz on the back of her neck, and she has no body tag. So I don't know if this is a Gotz dress for the little sisters, or if it's just another dress for the 18-inch dolls. And then this is the other dress that they sent with her, which that was such a neat surprise. It doesn't have a tag in it either. But I'm really excited about this because I think this is going to look great on some of our historical dolls. So that's really fun. I think I'm going to keep her more contemporary. So now we're going to have to come up with a name for her. So if you have any suggestions, you can contact us over on our Facebook page at We Imagine Workshop. And so if you have any name suggestions you want to give us as we start naming all of these dolls, that'd be great. So let's go ahead and we'll get them both dressed again, and we'll see what the second doll in our box is. While I was getting them dressed, I re-looked up the listing for our Gotz Little Sister, and she actually is named Katie. That's what they have in the description. So I don't know, should we keep her name Katie or should we change it? But what I was noticing though is look how similar these two look. They actually look like they could be big sis and little sis. I think there's quite a bit of similarity in both their hair and their coloring. So that's an interesting idea. We'll have to give that some thought. I wonder, since it was one of our very first here for We Imagine, and then our little sister's Katie is our first Gotz little sister, maybe that is a good match. What do you guys think? Anyway, let's go ahead and let's unbox the second one that we got from this same seller. So are you ready? I guess not unbox. Let's unwrap. I'm really pleased with all the bubble wrap and how well that she packaged them. So let's go ahead and get this off. All right, so look who we have. This is the Gotz doll that is Elizabeth Cady Stanton, and she was in the mid 1800s to the late 1800s. She was a huge advocate for women's rights, and they have recreated her doll here. So she's got, her limbs are a little bit loose. Let me stand her up so you can get a better look. All right, so here she is. She does stand. She stands on her own pretty good. Her legs seem a little loose. Let's see what her arms do here. And if we can keep her standing. Yeah, her arms go up too. So anyway, like I said, this is Elizabeth Cady Stanton, and she is in period clothing. So it looks like right here she has the Gotz hang tag, the wrist tag, And over here on her belt, it is the seal of New York, because of course that was where she was doing a lot of her work on behalf of women. Down here are her shoes. Aren't those neat? Look at the embellishment that's on those. So she's got socks, bloomers, and she's got her coat dress, I guess. Would you call it a coat dress? An overcoat dress? Anyway, she does have an unusual face mold. So here is her face. She has a sweet face, but she does look older. And that's actually why I wanted her, because even though I love the historical part of her, I wanted an older looking doll to do the skits over on We Imagine with. So that is really neat. And here is the back of her hair. Obviously it needs a brush run through it, and so we'll do that here in a minute. She has the matching bow up here at the top, and she has the neck strings, the numbering, and ooh, look up here. There actually is the Gotz stamp on her neck, which makes me wonder if Katie's is up higher and we just couldn't see it. I'll have to take a look at her here in a minute. So let's go ahead and let's take off the costuming for Miss Elizabeth Cady Stanton here and take a closer look at her body and her condition. You guys, you are not going to believe this. So when I was undressing her, look what I discovered. She is hand numbered. She is number 2,701 out of only 5,000 of her made, and her date is 2001. So I did some research. That seal of New York is showing, if you look here on her red dress, she was one of the first official New York State collectibles. And because of all the work that she did in New York and for the United States on behalf of women. So this is their tribute to her, and this is her as a 10-year-old is how they described it. This is how she would have looked at age 10. So that is so neat. And they say that she is quite rare. So I knew I had not seen her before when I stumbled across her, because I was actually looking for the Little Sisters dolls by Gotz, and the seller, then I, of course, it's always good to see what else the seller has, and she had her listed as well. And so I could not be happier. I am just thrilled. So here is her socks that she has, and to have her complete like this, she was obviously a display doll, because you can see here where the apron was not covering, it is a bit sun faded compared to, you can see this is a little bit darker. Not bad. There's this sleeve probably has a little more of the sun fading than that one, but they do have a little bit. No big deal. She has the ruffle at the neck and the snaps at the back. These are really, really well made. And then here is the apron cover up. And of course there's that seal again, which we're going to leave that there. And it snaps here in the back. The costuming is really super nice. And then underneath all of that are the pantaloons. And then finally, here are those shoes. They are really, really nice. And they do have a sticker on the bottom that says made in China. So obviously Gotz was just, outsourcing some of their production too in the later years. So super fun. What a great find. And did I show you? Look at those pretty blue eyes. And then there's her lashes. So happy. Now, it does look like she could maybe use a little bit of some cleaning up on her limbs and stuff, because I think she has been stored for quite a while. But that'll be so fun to do. And isn't it neat that her tendrils are all still, her little curls are all still pretty good. So that is a nice deal, because sometimes those can give us trouble. So there you have it. Let me get her back dressed and we'll be right back. We have her clothes back on, and as I was getting her dressed, again, I did some more research, and She was actually manufactured in 2000. Of course, you know, a lot of times they manufacture them the year before they actually release them. So that's why it would say 2001. And it does say, the research that I did, that she was made in the United States. So maybe they outsourced the shoes or the costuming. I don't know about the costuming, but the shoes do have the sticker. So, but they do say for the New York collectible, she was made in the United States. So here or there is a little bit of extra trivia for you on our newest 18-inch doll that we are adding to our collection. So what do you think about our new Gotz dolls? If you have enjoyed unpackaging them with me today, don't forget to leave us a great big thumbs up so we know. And don't forget to subscribe, because we've got lots more in our doll world to share with you. Thanks for watching, and that's our collection for now. Until next time.